Hey guys, so I ran into another situation having to do with somebody I knew for 30 years. Um, I was trying to salvage at least one friendship from from the whole narc era that I thought maybe was worth salvaging. Not a family member though, but when I started speaking with this person again, um, he's a boomer. No offense, it's not all of them, but a lot of them have sympathy for each other and support each other rather than the children they have tortured and abused all their lives. And I think that he sympathized more with my cunt mother who beat the shit out of me, tried to kill me when I was 2 and I couldn't walk, hit me with high heels, Mexican high heels when I was 5, with a big nail in the heel, right on my, and put craters in my head when I was 5 years old, and continued with her abuse for the next 50 years, and with absolutely not one shred of human remorse. But he knows this, but he still has sympathy for her because she's a boomer and so is he. I ran into this a couple times with the situation. The boomers will go to bat for each other. The narcissists will go to bat for each other too. They like to be allowed to abuse you. They want that. They want that right. They want that. They want to be able to do it. And they don't want you to be allowed to fight back or say a peep while they stick their entire arm up your butt and twist it around. So, that being said, I felt like he had more sympathy for her or empathy for her than me. This was a huge red flag, but I give them 2 red flags now. If the first one's bad enough, I don't stick around. But second red flag came up. So some things were going okay with him. I went to play with him. We were just friends, and did a couple different things with my friend there, trying to get out a little bit since my dog died. Because so it's really good for me because I'm still grieving over my dog. But him and his friend, he told me 2 nights ago about this buddy of his, this female that he knew that was causing him all sorts of trouble, and he thought she was a narcissist, and that maybe, and how do I deal with these people? What do I do? And I was like, well, I cut them off. I don't have anything to do with them. Or if I have to run into them professionally, I just get them out of, in and out as soon as possible, and shine them on. You shine them on because you end up having to deal with them professionally often. So I just shine them on and get them out as soon as possible. I know which ones of my customers are narcs and I know which ones aren't. So I know how to deal with that. But I don't let these people in my personal life. I have a choice about who I hang around with. I have a choice about who I'm friends with. And I have a choice with who I want to hang around with. I don't always have that choice professionally. So I got to make that choice. So he and his buddy, this guy did exactly what he did when I was friends with him before I went no contact with him. And he hadn't been doing it, but of course the narcissist demon, and it's always the same demon, reared its ugly head, and he calls me up and he wants to go to another play. And guess who he's going to bring with him in the back seat? This cunt woman that he's been having trouble with, who he thinks is a narc. And will I come too and protect him? I was driving in the car and I had somebody in the car, so I couldn't talk long. And I said, sure, I'll go. And I got off the phone and then I thought, wait a minute. What the fuck does he think he's doing? That's one of my only nights off. I'm working my ass off right now trying to stay afloat financially. And he thinks this is all some kind of a joke. And that I'm just pissed off at my mommy. Like a silly little girl. He has nothing but contempt. Nothing but contempt for the situation. And doesn't take me seriously. And it's all a big fucking joke. So him and his buddy wanted to sit there and take that narc in the back seat and have me go too so they could watch the big explosion. And I'm so glad I saw it immediately. And I thought about it, and I called him up, and I said several times, and I said in the conversation, why would you even invite her? We've been having a nice time with absolutely no friction, no drama, no problems, and now you want to explode the situation by putting that chick in the fucking mix, and you know she's a problem. I don't even need to meet her. I don't even need to go. I already know what they're doing. They wanted to watch the big explosion. Let's watch Honey Badger explode on this cunt. All right? I don't need this shit. When I have a choice in the matter, I don't choose to hang around with these types. And I have a choice here. And I called him back and I said, I've changed my mind. I'm not going at all. And I can't believe you would even think to invite her. Why would you do that? And I hung up the phone, and then I decided, no, you know what? I'm just going to go no contact again. So I blocked his phone number, and I've blocked everything, and I'm shutting the whole operation down. Not going to do that friendship again. Thank Jesus Christ that I have some discernment now, and I can nip it in the bud before they burrow into my life and into my mind. And so I went no contact again, but I was still sitting there trying to process, because this is another individual who claims to give a fuck about me, but does something entirely different. We love you. We care about you. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm still going to fuck you because I think it's funny and cute, and I'm a psychopath, narcissist, anti-personality type, whatever it is, who's bored out of my mind and likes to watch situations explode because it gets my rocks off, and I can sit there and whack my meat to the situation because it gives me sexual pleasure. You know? Just don't need it. I'm at the point right now where I can barely trust anybody. I've got a select few people I could actually trust, and he's not one of them. Let's stand back and watch this situation explode. Let's not. Let's not put Honey Badger in a shitty situation where she's going to have to clean up his mess, and he's co-opting my strength, my energy, my soul, so he can get a fucking laugh. So that he can get himself some narcissistic supply with his good buddy there. Yeah, and they were setting me up. They're masters of the setup, and they rock you to sleep. They were rocking me to sleep. Let's just remove that boundary. Let's just remove this boundary. You're not going to be needing that boundary. I'll take that one too. They don't like boundaries. They don't like boundaries. Healthy people respect boundaries. If you tell me no, I'm out of there. If you got a problem, I'm out of there. Somebody tells me no, okay. Now, do they accept no? Do they do that? Do they sit there and let you keep your boundaries in place? No. Those boundaries are very inconvenient because those boundaries keep them from getting their way with you so that they can't whack their meat off while they watch you suffer. So I caught it and I nipped it in the bud, but I still was like just blown away and floored that he could turn around and do it again. And now some people would keep on making excuses for this kind of behavior until they're until they're thrown right back into the spin cycle again. And when this energy field, this is for those of you who are more spiritually minded, when this energy field right before they called, I was getting hit with an energy field that made me feel like there was a knife in my neck. Ice pack. Yes, I have neck issues. Fair enough. But I also know when I'm being hit with negative energy. And I felt like there was a butcher knife in my fucking neck. Okay? I don't know about you, but the way I see that is that energy field hit me right before that phone call. Be careful out there, because this is why I will never be a joiner. Because inevitably, in big groups, they go, oh, look at her, she's really nice, and she's really nice, let's fuck her. And for the record, guys, again, this was, as one of my lovely subs pointed out, this is gratuitous. She said it's gratuitous. And I was like, let me remind myself what that word means. So I went and looked it up because I wanted to make sure I had the meaning clear. And she's absolutely right. Gratuitous means for absolutely no fucking reason. It's gratuitous. I didn't do a damn thing to him. I didn't do a damn thing to her. I did nothing to deserve that. Absolutely nothing to deserve that. And they did it anyway. All right? Stay sharp. Stay chiseled. Thanks so much. Please donate if you can. I'm struggling pretty hard. Thanks so much for those who have. And if you can't, don't do it. That's okay. I get it. All right. And remember my BitChute. They don't censor me over there. And I'm getting lots of views. They're not hiding my views. They're not hiding my comments. I can say whatever the fuck I please on BitChute. And I'm getting a lot more traction over there. All right? Because YouTube won't leave me alone about my First Amendment rights. And my work on BitChute is actually coming along. So, thanks so much. Happy Sunday.